single family home, your return probably 3.5%, and probably very close to condo and PUD. But you know, condo and PUD, the value usually less than single family home. So you can divide $1 million, say, to have a 2 or 3 condo or PUD, but return rate probably very close. However, if you put money into multiple units, and your return rate probably can go out like 6%. 6%. So really depends on what is your goal. But keep this in your mind, alright? For any type real estate, if you can bring in higher return rate, I mean income, monthly income, or is a fixed income, usually this type real estate has less appreciation. You understand? You hear me? You hear me? It's kind of conflict, okay? You choose your goal. If you put money, your goal is focused on the monthly income, this type real estate will bring you less appreciation in value. Understand? And if you put the money into single family home, even though the monthly income less than multiple unit, however, it got more potential on the appreciation. So it's kind of conflict. Really depends on your goal. All right? Timeshare. Anybody heard about timeshare? Anybody own timeshare? One? Only one? So, do you understand what timeshare is? It's more like hotel. It's more like hotel. Usually, it's more popular in very famous tourist or vacation destination, like Miami, like Hawaii, okay, or any other destination. And usually it's a complex, it's big complex, okay. And then you just purchase timeshare as a member. You come in as a member. And right now, I know during the past few years, the price dropped a lot. So when did you buy it? What year?
2005, 2006.
So this is very high, but you don't care, right? You just enjoy your lifestyle, right? This timeshare is more like a lifestyle. It's more like a lifestyle because you put the money in and you don't care the value go up and down. And then you just enjoy life. And when you put, I believe you pay 70,000.
No, because I only purchased 1 week, so probably you take care of it.
30? You pay 30 or?
No, less than that.
20?
Yeah, 20.
Yeah. So did you check the price right now? You know? 20 is reasonable. 20. Okay. When you pay 20, what did you get? You get a membership. It's more like a membership, and you are entitled to go there for 1 week. Every year, you go back there for 1 week and live there. That is how it works. But you pay the annual fee, right?
Yes, maintenance fee.
$500. $700. What?
700.
Yeah, between 500 700. Okay, but if you pay 700 divided by 7, almost like $100 every day. So again, personally, I don't think this is a good investment. Why? Because the price usually will not go up. And then another thing is, I say this is a totally lifestyle. Because I was saying, well, if I go there for 1 week, I still pay $100 for 1 day, almost like I pay for the hotel. And why should I pay $20,000, right? But you say, well, $20,000 guarantee me if I go back there, I have a room, right? So again, this is totally lifestyle.
But when they sell you, they sell very fancy. You call your home.
Yes, it's a home, of course. Totally agree. I totally agree. Right? Make you feel much better because I go home. Every year, you know, I don't go vacation. I go home. You know, so make yourself feel much better. Also, the facilities is very luxury. I don't believe you can pay $100 to get a room like that. No way, no way. So so that's a good idea. If you are the person like to take this kind of lifestyle, it's worth it, because 20,000 is affordable to the most of the family. Whole life, 20,000, and every year you pay. Doesn't matter you go back or not, you just pay the flat fee.
Is it lifetime?
It's lifetime. You can transfer, but they don't guarantee.
Okay.
You can transfer. I have a few cases. We try to get out, and then they say no, you cannot get out, and we try to argue, because my client say I don't want to pay $700.
So lifetime is if you die, then.
Per country, your hair must take, but there's a way you can get out. There's a way you can get out. If you want to really get out, just say I don't want to do it anymore.
Yeah, I have a question like, so hotel belongs to commercial, but timeshare belongs to residential, right?
Yeah, I will put the timeshare as residential, but it's more like hotel style. Let me put it this way. But I will tell you why. Differentiate. Go ahead.
Yeah, like if the timeshare, if they didn't sell out, like you have to feel like the 365 days, like each person purchase part of the hotel. Like
You talk about timeshare or hotel?
Yeah, timeshare.
Timeshare,
yeah. But if the timeshare didn't sell to somebody, like there's space,
Yes.
yeah, then
Yes.
how can you what's the difference? Like,
Okay, the difference is, the timeshare is very, very good development from the standpoint of a developer, because they get money back already. Think about this. Eventually, from the outlook, they're all the same. It's very beautiful hotel building there. But if they divide it as a timeshare, they collect 20,000 here, 20,000 there, and they collect, say, 500 units. You see the amount, right? So almost cover their development cost already. And then every year I still can collect annual fee. And on the top, they can rent it out, right? Because if I told my timeshare, say, I change my plan, this year I cannot go back, so for this week, it gotta be vacant. Then they can arrange some people to live there and collect the rent. And if there's surplus, they will distribute to you. So for timeshare, they combine two parts together. They combine the hotel management, that is their original business model, and they already sold out a portion and collect cash back already. So for the financial standpoint, timeshare is much better than hotel. You understand? Yeah, so if I were the developer, I will consider to do as a timeshare. However, you want to promote timeshare, there's a condition for it. You must meet some kind of condition, because the location must be what? Destination, right? If you develop a timeshare in San Jose, I doubt anybody gonna spend money here, because San Jose is not really the famous, right? But it may be workable in San Francisco, right? Because San Francisco is a long time, whole world famous, right? Destination. So you need to meet certain conditions to promote as a timeshare. So right now you know what's the difference, right? Yeah. How about co-op? What's co-op? Heard about co-op? Cooperative. So what co-op is? It's very strange. However, next time if you have any opportunity, you go to Central Park. If you go to Central Park in New York, Manhattan, if you stand in the center of the Central Park and you look around 360 degrees, look around those beautiful apartments, very luxury apartment, you look around 360 degrees, 99% they are co-op. They are co-op. So what's the difference? Okay. Co-op, you are the owner. It's different from condo, it's different from timeshare. It's almost like between. Almost like between. Co-op is almost like a 365-day timeshare. Put this way, right? Because when we purchase timeshare, it's 7 days, it's 1 week. I just go there for 1 week. But when you buy co-op, you mean you buy 365 days timeshare. Same thing, you purchase a stock, you join the whole cooperative, you put your money in, then you reserve your right to live there. If you don't live there, you can give to the management company, they can help you to rent it out. But more likely, for those people they invest in co-op, they are very, very rich people. They just go there probably even once in 3 years and leave it vacant, just leave it vacant. And so co-op is very similar to condo, but you don't own anything. Because the building, the land, they are owned by the corporation. And you pay the money to get a share as a member, and you have the right to live there anytime. Of course, on the top, you need to pay for the annual fee for the maintenance. When you sell it, you can sell it. Okay? And for the loan, it's a very strange loan because you don't own any real property. Right? So you indirectly own the real property. So that's called co-op. So next time when you go to the Central Park, you stay in the center, look around 360 degrees. Those very famous historical buildings, 99% they are co-op.
So if I want to join the co-op, like you said, in the Central Park area, do I have to notice the other owners?
Yes, that's key point. That is key point. Even you had money in hand, you are a millionaire, you will still be rejected. Because legally speaking, this is the only type of real estate they can exercise, they can apply the discrimination rule. Because this is not real estate. It's more like a club, okay? It's more like a private club, and they can reject you. They say, I just don't like you. Well, in the United States, I can say anything, right? I just don't want to say a very bad word, right? I can just say, I don't like it. So yes, this is very important, okay? They can totally against certain ethnic people. They can say, no, I just don't want you to come in as a neighbor. We just don't appreciate you coming in, for any reason. We just don't like it. So they don't even say thanks, They just reject it. Yeah, so this is I believe this is the one reason, I guess, this is the one reason in those Manhattan very prestige area, they want to keep as a co-op. Because this is the only time real estate, even if this is not real estate, they still can apply the discrimination. So they can keep the ownership or neighborhood very, 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 the same people just live there. They can select. So no mix. All right, we have a few minutes left. Commercial. In the last 2 years, okay, people just like a kind of joke, okay, because if you read the news, China, they have a new leadership, right, this year, because in China, their presidents or say chairman of the country is every 10 years, right? 10 years is for each term. So this year they have a new chairman just came out. So they say since they have a new chairman come out, so they have to announce a lot of new rule, especially to anti-corruption. So since the new leader come out just a few months already, and they say hundreds of billion US dollar already come out from China to all over the world already. So you can imagine the money, the cash money, right now just flow from China to over the world. And of course, a large, very good portion of the cash coming into the Bay Area. And so recently I see people with cash. And recently I have one case, it's just $10 million all cash. Coming in to buy, right now for Chinese people, rich people, they really like to buy the winery. Anybody know what's a winery different from vineyard? Usually combined together, but they are different. What's the difference? vineyard is the yard to grow, right? And also winery is to use, the grapes produce wine. And not necessarily come together, but usually they come by together. And for those people that come in, just look around, the good opportunity to purchase a vineyard and along with a winery. And I have one case, very interesting, and it's a $10 million all cash deal. And the investor, they know nothing about the wine. They know nothing. They don't know how to do it. They don't know, and they just put money in. Just put money in. And they don't even know how many licenses they need to get. So the funny thing is, by the time they close the deal, and they have not filled in the application for the license yet. So I cannot imagine, how can they keep the business running after they close the deal. Because the last day, they asked me to come in to help. And that's the very last day. And the money is, $10 million is all paid off already, only the last 800,000. 800,000 still not paid yet. And they pay off everything already. And they say, well, if I pay this 800,000, seller will be gone. I say, okay, let me come in. I say, let's ask seller to stay there for a while. Because if the seller just leave the scene, then the whole business is gonna stop. You can imagine, in the winery, the assembly line just gonna stop.
So
No one produce.
they purchase the winery, they purchase the brand, or
They purchase both. If you only purchase a winery, you don't necessarily own vineyard. So that means you need to purchase your grapes from somebody else. You need to make sure who is your supplier, right? You don't just own the winery and you don't have materials, right? You need to make sure what is your, by the way, I don't know, you ever get involved in this business. It's very interesting, okay? I think it's good business you get in. Because I don't know too much, but in order to introduce those people, and winery, it is not necessary in the large scale. I went to one winery, is only one old person, and he produced, I forgot, by cases, okay, by how many cases, all right, and his winery plus vineyard asking for $15 million, and that is in Napa. The value is different, okay? When I say this deal, 10 million, is not in Napa, it's in Brentwood. It's cheaper, but still, if you put in the label, say this is California, you ship to Shanghai, they don't care, right? You say Brentwood is not too far away from Napa, right? So, but the value is different. If a winery in Napa, Sonoma is very expensive. Yeah, I went there, is an old man, he's 75 years old. Just only one man. He operated the whole business. And we went into the cage. Usually, that the wine is storage in the cave, is on the bottom of the mountain. And you just went into. Because that is where you can keep your wine in a very, very cool condition. There's no air conditioning. Everything is natural, all right? So we just went there to this old man show us, how to operate. So eventually you can keep the whole operation very, very small scale. One person is a manager. You know how to coordinate. The worker coming in, because to produce from grape to wine is only a few weeks. Very, very short period. Then after you produce from grapes to wine in the big barrel, right? It's not in the bottle, it's in the big wood barrel. You just store it there for 3 years. That's it. Of course, don't become if you fail to make the wine, right? It become what's that? How do you say that? If you fail to produce wine, it becomes the vinegar.
yeah.
So it's only one. Come on, it's a very funny thing. Okay? It's a very, very thin line. So after 3 years, when you test it, it's whether it's wine or vinegar. So of course the price is a lot different, right? So it's a know-how there. It's very, very interesting. But anyway, I just tell you, from my practice, I see more and more people coming to purchase this. But if you don't have such money, but pay attention to, right? Because all of a sudden your old friend from overseas, your old relative from overseas, or their friends come in, say they want to invest to this. Office is the worst. Stay away. You see in this area. In this area, even though real estate market has been booming for more than a year, I don't see too much recovery. I have nothing too much recovery in this area. If you go around a few blocks, still empty, still vacant. So try to stay away. Hotel is a good one. Okay, this is a good one, and also not necessarily 5-star. Okay, not necessary. In this area, you still can buy. You can buy probably around $10 million. Very good hotel. Why? Let me tell you why. Okay. I learned this from my client. Okay, I learned it. And this person invests around $10 million in Fremont area, and very good school district, very good. And when they purchase hotel, say for example, Motel 6, for example, just give you one example, right? Not very high, okay, high scale, okay, just middle range, okay. Condition is not too bad, location is very good, and especially very good school district. And after they acquire the hotel, they convert to hotel apartment. Hotel apartment. You need to get approval because you need to install the kitchen there. Because hotel apartment is the people living there by contract, not just one line. And then you can register this address with the school district, and they can send the kids to the school. So this is a very good investment right now. So to operate hotel is very risky because you cannot control the vacancy rate, right? For the good business season, you have full book, right? But for the off season, it's vacant, right? So if you can convert to as a hotel apartment, then you can control more people. But the key issue is you need to be in the good area and with the good school district. So by the same token, if you have such investment, you should look around the area like in Palo Alto, Mountain View. Okay. Apartment is another one. Okay, apartment is pure apartment. Okay. Okay, that's all. Any input, any questions about your final project? And again, if you are the people gonna follow me for the summer, we're gonna have financial accounting, and starting from June 8th. So you have a few weeks break to see me. And for some of you, if this is your last semester, I wish you the best. So I believe commencement is on the June 1st, I believe. Yes. Yeah, June 1st. So I believe some of you gonna attend commencement. I will see you there. So any questions so far before we leave? Okay, thank you so much. I will see you soon. Okay, thank you.